Thank you for joining the Kingly Love Podcast. This is Frederick. Here on this podcast, we focus on positivity, hope, and most importantly, an encouraging and loving message. So, the question of the day is: should you give to your boyfriend the husband treatment? Okay, so before we actually get started, please take a moment to click on the like and subscribe button. I'll give you a moment to do that. Okay, so I believe that you have clicked on the button and that you are now a subscribed member of this community. Let's move forward. So as you can see in this picture here, we have this beautiful lady serving a meal to this young man. Obviously, he's very happy. His eyes are closed. He actually looks like a toddler. He's having fun. And so when I say the husband treatment, for most of you, you've already thought about the bedroom fun. Okay, this is not what I was alluding to. I was actually talking about things that most of you are most reluctant to do. Okay, so in this particular case, this young lady is actually serving a nice meal for this gentleman. Okay, obviously she cooked. Let's assume also that she cleans and she cares about him. This is the husband treatment. Okay, you cook for him, you clean the house, you make the place nice and inviting. Okay, and every now and then you ask him, how was your day, to show that you actually do care about what he's going through. And every now and then you go through his life and you find where he needs you. So let's say he's go to school. Okay, how can you be of assistance to him while he's actually preoccupied with his homework or in his school? Let's say he's working or he's working in the business. How can you be of value to him? Okay, this is the husband treatment. Okay, because I know some of you have already done the bedroom thing, so it's not special in this particular case, right? Because you've already done it. But the husband treatment, being able to play the role the role of the wife for him and so forth. I know in certain cases we have ladies that do not want to cook, they don't want to clean, and they say, I will only do that when I have a ring on my finger. Okay, and I will say that this is not a good strategy. Okay, so keep in mind that when you enter a relationship, it's a test. Okay, you're being tested to find out if you're a potential life partner. Okay, all right. So you want to do what you can to increase your chances of having a ring and being someone's wife. Right? You cook, you clean, you treat him with respect, you are submissive, and you help him with the mission that he has. Because ultimately, if you are married, when he's a CEO, or let's say he's a vice president, or he has his own company, you also benefit from that, right? So you find the hole in his life, and you're trying to fulfill that hole and help him in whatever situation that might be, right? So this is what is, in essence, the role of a wife, right? Now, should you play that role while he's just a boyfriend? I'll say yes, because as I mentioned, you're in a relationship hoping that it becomes a long-lasting relationship. Okay, so invest your time in it. Put effort into it. In the same way, you are also watching him, hoping that he qualifies to you and demonstrate to you that he is a potential husband. So you want to find out that, he is someone who's responsible. Okay, he's someone who is potentially going to be a good father. Okay, most of you focus on the aesthetic. You look at the physical aspect of the person. Is tall, dark, and handsome. Okay, this might be attractive to you, but keep in mind you are not the only one who is attracted to those characters. So you actually, in essence, putting yourself at risk, right? Because if he's tall, dark, and handsome, let's just assume that you're now the only one that likes a person who's tall, dark, and handsome, right? So you put yourself in that in that situation. But focus on the things that are his character. Okay, is he nice? Is he responsible? Is he confident? Is he a good leader? Some of the things that you should focus on that's going to be long lasting for a marriage, as opposed to the things that are not relevant, such as, he needs to be a pretty boy, he needs to be 6'3" or something like that. He's not going to be playing basketball, okay? And if you want to be honest, some of you are focusing on the wrong thing. Okay, you are focusing on the height, on how big his pocket is, and how good in bed he's supposed to be. And all of these things is going to put you from hurt to hurt to hurt, because you're never going to be able to find all of those qualities that you're looking for in just one person. It's just the same way I assume that you don't have all the qualities that a man necessarily will want. And if you think you are perfect, I would recommend you get off your high horse for a second and step back into reality. Because maybe, you don't have a big chest that you would like. Or maybe the back is not as wide as you would like. Maybe you're not necessarily a good cook. Maybe you're not necessarily submissive. Maybe you don't have long hair. There's always something that all of us lack. So instead of focusing on the physical attributes of that person, of that man, or maybe on, wanting him to be rich or some of these superficial things, focus on the character of that person. Find out if that person is ambitious, if he wants to accomplish something in his life. And then at that moment, you have found someone who's possibly going to be a good husband. And then demonstrate through your actions and through your ability to cook, to your ability to give him the husband treatment, that you're going to be a good wife if he chooses to marry you. Okay, I hope those words were helpful to you. There are many more things to say, but I will say, do not put yourself in a situation where you choose when you should be a woman and when you should not be a woman. I would recommend you be a woman all the time. That you cook, you clean, and when he sees the things that you bring to the table, he's going to say, well, this is going to be the woman of my life. This is my future wife. And he's going to invest in you. Okay, as opposed to looking elsewhere and trying to replace you, right? So I hope this message was helpful to you. Put it into practice. Okay, and don't forget, love thy neighbor, and take your time to like and subscribe. I appreciate you. Take care.